I've been getting a ton of people asking me lately about video quality, specifically how to make their videos look more clear and less fuzzy. And I can tell you right off the bat that the number one culprit for videos not looking as clear as you would like is videos being shot in an incorrect resolution. So today we're going to talk about resolution, what the heck it even means, and how you can use it to make your videos look super crisp and awesome. So resolution refers to the size of your video, so the number of pixels wide by the number of pixels tall. But let's talk about a more practical way for you to understand what that even means. If you go down to the bottom of this video, you will see that there is a little gear icon. If you click or tap on that, you're going to see a little area that says quality. And then there's going to be a bunch of numbers beside that. Those numbers refer to the resolution. So you've got numbers that are super high, and those are going to correspond with the highest quality you can possibly watch this video at, all the way down to super low numbers that are going to make this video look like absolute trash. So, to get a better understanding of this, why don't you just go ahead and give it a try and click some of those lower numbers and see how gross this looks. Okay, now go back over and click one of the higher numbers, like 1080. Gonna give it a second to load. Don't I look better? I look so much better, right? So that is just a very quick example of the power of resolution. So if you want higher quality videos, you need to film your video and edit your video at one of those higher numbers. The most common numbers that you're going to see from smallest to largest are SD, which stands for standard definition, and the number that it corresponds to over on your little quality chart is 480. Now, SD is called standard definition because up until the late 90s and early 2000s, it was the standard definition. And it's not super crisp, but it's definitely clear enough to see what's going on. And I can almost guarantee you that all of your favorite 90s shows were filmed in 480 or standard definition.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Who is that?
It's Joey.
Now we get into high definition or HD. There's a good chance that the TV in your living room is HD, and when it first came out, it blew people's minds because the picture quality was so crisp. 720 is the lower end of high definition, and then 1080 is the next size up in the HD category. And a lot of times it's referred to as full HD because it's over double the size of 720, which is just crazy. It's super clear, super crisp, and the best part is almost any camera that you pick up, whether that's a phone, a GoPro, a DSLR, anything that is relatively new is going to be able to shoot in 1080. And the files are still small enough that when you put them off onto your computer to edit, if you don't have a super crazy fast computer, it should still be able to handle it. The last size that you're most likely to see is 4K. 4K is double the size of 1080. So if you want the clearest of clear videos, 4K is it. But all of that clarity does come with a price. 4K video is gonna take up a ton of room on your phone, on your memory card. And there's a good chance if you go the 4K route that you're gonna be singing the Jeopardy theme song a lot while you wait for your computer to deal with these files. Unless you just have a monster of a computer. So which size should you film in? Or which size should you edit and export your video in? That depends a lot on your own personal preference. What are your videos about? How important is that crystal clear quality to you? And let's dive a little bit deeper into that. But before we do, if you like what you've seen so far, if you feel like you're getting value out of this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Not only does it help the video and the channel, but it also lets me know what kind of content you like so that I can make more of it. And if this is your first time here, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the bell so that you can be notified every single week when I upload a brand new video made specifically for beginner videographers and entrepreneurs just like you. Now, right out of the gate, I'm going to Xnay 480. I don't even know if you can find a camera that will record at this resolution, but definitely stay away from it when it comes to editing your videos and exporting them. Now, 720 is still pretty viable. Maybe you're working on an older computer or phone for editing, or maybe you just have 14,000 videos on your phone and you're not willing to delete them in order to make room for the larger files that a 1080 or a 4K video is going to take up on your phone. Either way, 720 might be right for you. I probably wouldn't recommend it though if you do something in the visual arts. So maybe you're a painter, or you do makeup tutorials, or just high quality video is super important to you. If that sounds like you, then I would skip on 720. 1080, in my opinion, is the ultimate sweet spot for resolution. You get really nice quality, the files are small enough for your computer to handle, and another great bonus here is that most PowerPoint presentations are commonly done in 1920 by 1080 resolution. So if you were to film your video in 1080 and you had to drop it into, say, a pitch deck in PowerPoint later down the road, it would fit perfectly without you having to stretch it around and resize it. 4K is pretty much for those video snobs, kind of like myself, and mainly it's because there are some advanced editing techniques that we can take advantage of. Other than that though, it is completely unnecessary for YouTube or anything else online because 1080 just looks so darn good. Also, something to keep in mind no matter what resolution you're going with is that when you upload to YouTube, it is going to squish your file to make it easier to play over the internet. So, you're gonna have some quality loss no matter what size you're filming at. One last thing to remember is when it finally comes time to export your final video is to look at all of the options you have for that export. There's usually an area where you can adjust the quality of the video when it saves out. So if you're filming at a high resolution but you're not happy with the quality, that is the first place you should look. So remember to keep these things in mind when you are filming, editing, and exporting your video. So I'd love to know your take on this. What resolution do you think you're going to be filming your videos at? And do you have any questions? Pop on down to the comments and let me know. And I am already working on the video for next week, so make sure that you check back and I will see you then.